purpose, what is to be achieved, right? The objective of the presentation needs to be identified. Analyze your audience. Identify what is the profile of those audience. What is their designation? What is their qualification level? What is their understanding level of my topic? Identify the need. Why I am going to present it, right? So what is the situation in which I am going to present? Collate your information. Whatever data you have collected from different sources, it has to be properly arranged. So collating the information is important. Design your communication. Identify what kind of tools you are going to use, whether it is going to be plain text, what are the charts that you are going to use, if there is any kind of videos that you are going to use, or there are going to be some quizzes, or there are going to be some more game, right? So those all can be actually included into your designing the communication. Time your presentation. How much of time you are going to devote for a particular topic in your presentation, right? So if you are having 15 minutes time for presentation and you are having 10 slides, so you can simply find out how much of time you are going to give to a particular slide, right? Decide on the visual aids. Many a times we are having some animations, sometimes we are having plain graphics, sometimes we are having the real-time photographs. So they all needs to be properly utilized into your visual aid. And very important, many a times we are depending on technology too much, that I will be using YouTube during my presentation, but what will happen if the internet is not working properly? So in that case, whole of the purpose of your presentation will be defeated. So what can be done? You can actually simply download your videos on your computer system and directly play it from there. Similarly, the colors of your images, that needs to be checked on the projector. Many a times, because of some technical issue in the projector coloring, your graphics will be totally killed, right? Study the location, whether this presentation will be in some auditorium, whether it is in some small meeting room, or it is going to be a boardroom, how many people will be there in my audience. So that is actually going to have major impact on your presentation. Next, ऑडियंस एनालिसिस. गेट द आइडिया ऑफ नंबर कि भाई कितने लोग होने वाले हैं. नेचर, क्या ये लोग सीनियर लोग हैं, जूनियर लेवल के लोग हैं, या फिर किसी कंपनी के कस्टमर्स हैं, या फिर किसी कंपनी के मैनेजर्स हैं, या बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स हैं. अकॉर्डिंगली आई एम गोइंग टू प्लान. Knowledge level of the people and likely attitude of the audience. Many a times we are struggling that we are not able to judge what kind of attitude people are having. For example, for my students, the different kind of attitude will be there. For the managers, the attitude will be totally different. If the same corporate leader is interacting with the faculty members in your college, they will have the different kind of topic to discuss. And when they are actually discussing with the students, their pitch will be totally different. Determine the language of delivery and selection of inputs, right? So from which source you are going to get your data, right? And the language of delivery. Okay, most of my people will be more comfortable in English or French or German or Hindi. So depending on that, you select your language. Understanding the audience needs. Audience को कितना डिटेल में डेटा चाहिए, उनकी पास नॉलेज कितनी थी और उसको कहां तक मुझे डिटेल देने की जरूरत है. Never consider your audience to be hostile group. Audience can actually move out if they don't like your presentation. Always look for some smiling faces among the listeners. Find out some people who are taking more interest and try to interact with them more. It will give you more confidence. Making eye contact with those people, those who are smiling, who are more attentive, right? And always remember what is the purpose of your presentation. Elements of presentation designing. Introduction. Initial first 2-3 minutes you can discuss. Okay, this is the agenda. These are the major outlines of my presentation, so that people are having in the beginning itself, okay, what to expect from your presentation. Next, main body. Tell the content. That could be like 10 to 15 minutes depending on overall size of a presentation. Then the conclusion. You can summarize and you can come to a conclusion or findings that, okay, after this presentation, I would like to actually stress upon some major points that I have already discussed with you. And lastly, you can have like 5 to 10 minutes of discussion session. People might be looking for some specific technical questions also, or they might be looking for some clarification on the points that you have discussed, right? So these are some important elements of your presentation. I am pausing. Designing your presentation, as we discussed, then important steps for successful communication. What is the first step? Consider the occasion and objective, right? So what is the purpose? To identify what is the sphere and concretize your ideas. Identify when we are going to speak, what is the occasion, right? And we can actually find out the exact ideas that will actually generate interest in the people. Make audience analysis, meet their demands. Know about the location, find out the venue, organizers, right? That is important. Decide the mode and manner of presentation so that you can actually get more attention of the audience. Prepare the script. If you are having a script ready, then definitely your audience will get more positive vibes from your side. You will be more confident. Preparing your visual aids, handouts, and feedback forms, right? So what is the purpose of all these three? Visual aid will actually make the communication smooth. Handouts will give advanced idea to the audience that, okay, this is the topic to be discussed, right? Generally, handouts are shared before the beginning of the presentation well in advance, that people can come with their exact queries, so that when we are presenting, people are not distracted, they are not writing their questions. So handouts will give them more flexibility. Feedback forms, at the end of the presentation, you can assess the competence of yourself, whether the topic was good or not, whether my presentation was good or not, or people are looking for some further information or not. Rehearsing is also important. Bring perfection and instill the confidence. When you are going for presentation, whether you are in the initial phase of your career, so at that time you have some stage fear, you are having some stammering problem, right? So for that, rehearsal is always good. Even when you are quite experienced, if you have done your rehearsal, then definitely you can have more idea that, okay, what is next in my presentation. So you can almost memorize most of the components of your presentation, right? So it helps you in actually giving more insightful discussion to your audience. Consider the personal aspect. For your own appearance, how I am looking, whether my dressing, whether my body language, or my command over the language, whether they are good enough or not. Overcome your nervousness. So how do I feel fearless? How I become more effective? So for that, you need to work upon your own soft skills. So it could be starting with some ice-breaking activities. For example, your presentation may be starting with a small video clip, which is giving some background information, and then you start speaking. So that makes you more comfortable, because I have shared some of the information with the audience in the form of video, or I have played a small quiz with them, or I have given them a small task that they can note down. Okay, I am going to discuss this topic, so please tell me what is your understanding of this topic, or what are the areas that we might be covering in this presentation. So this gives you more flexibility and you become more fearless. And then finally, we are talking about making the presentation. That is the last step for making a successful communication. So you can actually share your ideas, information, and knowledge. Audience analysis, I have already shared with you that we need to identify for whom I am going to present. So उनका पूरा demographic details, that is going to be important. Example हमने share किया. If I am going to address the children, so it can be story based. It could be some dramatic presentation. My body language is going to play some important role. There could be some voice modulation also, right? थोड़ा सा childish behavior, right? Or some mythological characters or some comic heroes that can be actually quoted in your discussion. When you are talking with teenagers. So you have to come up with some fresh ideas, some specific words which excite the youth. For example, you are saying innovation or entrepreneurship. So, or some use of the slides which are having some graphics, some map, some charts, right? Some studies that is going to excite the people in teenage or the youngsters. Senior people, they would like to compare with the old days. कि भाई आज से 20 साल पहले 25 साल पहले this was the scenario and this is the scenario today. These were the challenges in the old times and these are the opportunities in the new time. This is how you can actually calibrate your content according to your audience, right? Getting acquainted with the environment of location. Physical environment you need to check कि कितना बड़ा मेरा room है, seating arrangement क्या है, whether it is round tables or it is a seminar type of setting or whether it is a classroom setting, right? What will be your position, whether you will be on a stage or you will be simply holding a mic and speaking, whether there will be some podium or not, that will actually impact your presentation style. How many mics will be there, how much of lighting will be there, whether you will have the projection screen in the back side or in the front of you, that is going to have impact. Whether you have the laptop in front of you or somebody else is actually managing the laptop. So that is all important. Ventilation also, entry exit gates for the room, that is also important. Many a times if the gate is just in front of you, then definitely there can be some distractions. So you need to actually look at the different side more than that gate, because the people will keep on coming in and going out. So that can actually distract you. Positioning of the visual aids that I was simply talking about. Manner and mode of presentation. So you can actually have the full script for the complete matter so that you have the full information with you, right? So your accuracy will be there because you are remembering your facts and figures with the help of that script only, right? But the eye contact should not be lost. When you are speaking to the 10 people, 20 people, you need to maintain their eye contact. Definitely people will be looking at the projection screen also, but you need to ensure that you are sharing sufficient information with them. Memorizing the presentation, definitely it is the best if you can. If you can memorize a whole presentation, that nothing can be better than that, but it is going to be a little difficult if it is a big presentation, right? So what can be done? We can have the small notes with us and in between we can check those notes. That is possible. Extemporaneous presentation. Many a times what happens, speaker doesn't memorize a whole presentation word by word. So what happens? The ideas keep on coming to their mind and they are actually adding some examples or the ideas, right? So the mental recap helps. So in your mind, you are thinking and you are adding some more ideas to your topic of presentation. That is called extemporaneous presentation. Script has to be prepared. Definitely it is going to be the best way of making you confident about your topic, right? For example, when I'm coming to this class to discuss a topic, I'm preparing this presentation, right? So this presentation, this PPT is having lots of content. So it gives me that 100% confidence that I will be able to cover my topic. Style of presentation, conversation style, or the formal speech, we need to utilize them properly. Humor, making the talk more interesting and lively to engage the audience more fully, right? So you can actually prepare your script and include some humor as well. Format of the presentation and composition of the script. There could be opening remarks, objective of the presentation, developing a rapport with the audience, and drawing an outline of the presentation. That is the opening. Middle part, it could be main body of the presentation. Some examples could be there. Some visual aid you are using. Explanation also you are giving. In the closing, you are giving a clear message of the presentation, summary of the presentation, inviting the queries and thanking the organizers. So these are all important aspects for your